Mm. 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 Oh, hello there, viewer. Didn't see you there. Don't mind me, I'm just eating a banana over here, and you know what? Besides being a great source of potassium, hold on just one second here. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. Yeah, besides being a great source of potassium, this delectable, scrumptious, nourishing banana is the reason why I've rediscovered God after all those sad, misguided years as an atheist. Seems like an abrupt segue, I know. What does a banana have to do with God? But if you just pop down to your local grocery store and grab yourself a bunch of these beautiful gifts from God, you'll know exactly what I mean. And if you're like I used to be, an atheist who arrogantly believes this whole universe, including this perfect banana, could happen randomly, or you are a nihilist who has nothing stopping them from robbing banks and stabbing cute little puppies, you better watch this.
Because we know if the can is made, there must be a maker. If it's designed, there must be a designer. To believe the soda can happened by chance is to move into an intellectual free zone. It's to have an echo when you think. It's to have brain liposuction. Hold this, Kirk. Behold the atheist's nightmare. Now, if you study a well-made banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 ridges. On the close side, 2 ridges. If you get your hand ready to grip a banana, you'll find on the far side there are 3 grooves, on the close side 2 grooves. The banana and the hand are perfectly made one for the other. You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface. It has outward indicators of inward contents: green, too early; yellow, just right; black, too late.
Convinced yet? Well, keep watching.
Now, if you go to the top of the banana, you'll find, as with the soda can makers, they placed a tab at the top. So God has placed a tab at the top. When you pull the tab, the contents don't squirt in your face. You'll find the wrapper, which is biodegradable, has perforations. Notice how gracefully it sits over the human hand. Notice it has a point at the top for ease of entry. It's just the right shape for the human mouth. It's chewy, easy to digest, and it's even curved toward the face to make the whole process so much easier. Seriously, Kirk, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand.
It absolutely does.
Now that clip is from The Way of the Master, an evangelical TV show geared towards Christian families. The person on the right was a former child actor turned creationism proponent, Kirk Cameron, and the gentleman explaining the banana theory is none other than Ray Comfort, a New Zealand-born evangelist whose banana-themed proof of God made him the object of ridicule from atheists, the most famous of them being Richard Dawkins, who has referred to Comfort numerous times as the Banana Man.
You study a well-made banana.
If you study a well-made banana,
It's got a tab at the top for ease of opening.
you may know him as the Banana Man.
And to be honest, when I first saw the clip, I was wondering if it was legitimate or just a parody.
You'll find the maker of the banana, Almighty God, has made it with a non-slip surface.
Okay, if there was one moment that I thought this Comfort guy was joking, it's that one. Comfort took back a lot of what he said about bananas when he was confronted with some obvious criticisms. The banana that most of us recognize and eat today did not always exist that way. It is actually a product of man-made selective breeding, a hybrid of wild bananas that don't taste good or that have too many seeds. I mean, if you follow this sort of argument, how would Comfort explain the pineapple, or the coconut, or the numerous other foods we eat that simply aren't so practical and easy to eat? Are we disobeying God by eating those things? Does Comfort believe chickens come in nugget form in nature? But sadly, Comfort's argument was very real. He did end up partially retracting it, and actually, he later on wrote a book called Banana Man, embracing the ridicule and how it made him double down on his mission to share the Christian faith. Now, there may be some of you watching this, both theists and atheists, who will say that targeting this pretty silly argument is low-hanging fruit, and not reflective of the typically more complex and nuanced reasons why most believers, well, believe. In a sense, I agree, but the reason I made this video is because Ray Comfort's argument, as poorly thought out as it is built on the same biases and assumptions that exist in the foundations of many theists' belief systems. The best way to explain exactly what I mean by this is the puddle allegory. In The Salmon of Doubt, written by Douglas Adams of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fame, Adams writes, "Imagine a puddle waking up one morning and thinking, This is an interesting world I find myself in. An interesting hole I find myself in. Fits me rather neatly, doesn't it? In fact, it fits me staggeringly well. Must have been made to have me in it. This is such a powerful idea that as the sun rises in the sky and the air heats up and as gradually the puddle gets smaller and smaller, frantically hanging on to the notion that everything's going to be alright, because this world was meant to have him in it, was built to have him in it, so the moment he disappears, catches him rather by surprise. Similar to the self-aware puddle, theists like Comfort look at the world and assume everything revolves around them. Natural disasters and horrible diseases are tests from God or punishments. Conceiving a healthy child or falling into a large amount of money are blessings, gifts from that very same God. I mean, if we observe our own behavior and that of human beings around us, many of us want to feel like we're part of something bigger that cares about us. So when things happen to us, negative or positive, there's this tendency to assign a greater significance to it. That these things are directed from a bigger force with little old me in mind. Even if it's not tied to specific religion, many of our beliefs revolve around ideas like, it wasn't meant to be, the universe gave me this gift, or he didn't deserve to die of cancer. In fact, I suspect this mentality is one of the reasons why religion exists in the first place. Religion attempts to answer key questions we have about ourselves. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What is the meaning of life? Key here are two assumptions. One, that there are objective answers to these questions out there somewhere, and two, that these objective answers come from a force that cares about each and every one of us. Perhaps these assumptions are correct, but until proven, they can only rely on faith that may or may not reflect reality, while still impacting our very real and tangible actions. That's why I think we would all benefit from contemplating a few questions. What are the hazards of the beliefs of theists like Ray Comfort, who view the world as a gift bestowed upon humanity and designed with us in mind? Who credit bad things to a God who's testing us or will make things right in the end? Do these beliefs, while comforting, come with negative consequences? Do they make us arrogant? Do they make us deluded? Do they make us think natural disasters are God's punishments for us accepting homosexuality, thus justifying their persecution? Do they make us allow the helpless to suffer, because that suffering is a gift from God who will supposedly reward them in the afterlife that may or may not be real? Do they condone cruelty in our treatment of animals? After all, like the human-friendly banana, animals are created by God as gifts for us to use as we please. Do these assumptions take away the responsibility we have for ourselves and the world around us? What if there was no divine will that designed humanity with specific plans for each of us? What if this planet and everything on it, including us, exists because it exists? Instead of looking for answers beyond us and crediting things to supernatural forces, benevolent or harmful, what if a better answer is to search for answers within ourselves? To accept that some things just are or aren't. For some reasons we understand, and many we don't yet understand, and we may never understand. This banana that I'm holding right now is this banana for many reasons. The only reason we humans see God in this banana is because we put him there.
Seriously, Kirk, the whole of creation testifies to the genius of God's creative hand.
It absolutely does.
Thanks as always for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this content, I'd really appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm Secular Spirit, and I'll be back with another video soon.